You're right. I know you're right about that. See, that's the thing. That's what OG would do for you right there, Sheila. If you get this product out there and you're sharing the gift of life, too, you can't help but win with it.
Oh, and I'm just so glad that the company found one of my business partners, and she came and brought it to me, and we're just going to take this to the next level. Woo! Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing your story on OG Radio today. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you're hearing. You're hearing it from Sheila. You just heard from Sheila there in Chicago. And listen to her enthusiasm. When you're going out there to help somebody else, and you have the ability to help them both physically and now financially because of what's taking place in this company, that you can't help but feel good from that process. I know that's what I feel. I know that's what everybody's saying about what we have right now. And I've been looking at different things that's showing up online about Organo Gold, and they're talking about how right now they say, man, OG seems to be the only game in town out there. What better combination in the industry of network marketing than to have a coffee product, a tea product, and a hot chocolate, things that people are already familiar with, but nobody has really put that into a perspective whereas it's able to benefit the body like we're able to do it with this company. I'm going to tell you right now, that's why we have, you heard earlier on they were talking about that Danny Glover, was a part of the company, and Danny and I have become very good friends. I've been working with Danny here in the business, and I want you all to understand, this is not from a celebrity standpoint. This is not from I'm just here for a celebrity on my status to help move the company along. No, Danny said, I recognize, just like our diamond executive, Mr. Rod Smith out of Denver, Colorado, all-time leading receiver for the Denver Broncos, who's working this business. He's a diamond consultant. He's doing well over $200,000 of business in OG per month. He's decided to do this business full time because he knew two things. Of course, it will make good sense to add another 7-figure plus income a year into his portfolio. But on top of that, he can go out there and do what he loves to do, and that's to help as many people as he can. And that's the same thing that Danny has said as we've been working. As he came in, and some of y'all saw him at the boot camp here in Houston. Danny had actually just flown in from Rome. He had to go meet with the president of Africa. He still does a lot of his humanitarian work. He was there throughout the holidays, went over to Rome to do some stuff with a film, and then came straight to OG, straight from Rome to OG to show his commitment to learning and building the business and getting the word out just like everybody else. And ladies and gentlemen, I got another announcement. Before I left the U.S., too, I guess the cat will get out the bag anyway, but you can say it's official. I actually put it into the system myself. But some of you all may have heard of Miss Lynn Whitfield. She's been on many, many movies. A Josephine Baker story. She's been on many different movies that she's thin line between love and hate and all kinds of stuff. But Lynn is so fired up about OG. I put her into the system before I left the States on day before yesterday, and I'm going to tell you, man, this is what's taking place all around the world, and it's not just actors, but guess what? My point of saying it is this. It don't matter who you are, whether you're an entertainer, whether you're a person that's working as a whether you're a waitress, a waiter, or whatever. It doesn't matter who you are. Ladies and gentlemen, this product will work for you. It'll work both for you in terms of your health, and it'll work both for you in terms of your pocketbook. And that's why we have so many people that's excited about what we're doing right here in Organo Gold. And we're going to keep this ball rolling here, and I appreciate all the people that have jumped onto this call here today and sharing with the world about what's going on in OG. Let's keep the ball rolling. Let's run over here. Let me see if I can find my good friend Tony. I think I got Mr. Tony Dean right there that's online right now. You're live on OG Radio.
Hello, OG world. Mr. Edwin Haynes. Man, I'm just thankful. I'm just so thankful. I'm going to just get quick into my zone. I'd like to give thanks to my upline, Lavoisier Mick is upline, Emlo Sowers, King, David Emlo Nietzsche, and Houghton Bugs. I'm just in tears right now because I'm saving lives. I'm saving lives. This herb is no joke. I have a lady on the phone. Her name is Sherry Williams, and she called me from Atlanta and left a message. I met her on Facebook, and I sent her some free samples, and she just got a testimony. Sherry, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, Sherry.
Yes, welcome to the call, Sherry.
Well, thank you very much for having me. And very quickly, I was diagnosed with breast cancer back in April of 2010, and I went immediately into chemotherapy, and it was brutal, very, very, very hard on my mind, my body, and my spirit. And Tony had reached out to me via Facebook and told me about the Organo Gold. So he sent me some samples, and I tried it. I didn't try it right away because I was just beat down. I was sick, and I could barely move. One morning, I asked my mother to make me a cup of the green tea, and it was absolutely amazing. I loved the taste. I loved the way that I felt. I actually felt re-energized after I drank it, and it was a matter of I had to tell other people once I saw how it made me feel because, you know, thank God I'm finished with my chemo now. I finished in September, and I feel fantastic now. But at the same time, I didn't want to sit on what it was that I had because I was steady using the samples myself. But then, you know, some friends would come over, and I would kind of give it out here and there. But then my husband, who I'm separated from, had come over to visit me one day, and I was drinking one of the lattes, and he tasted. He said, "Wow, this is good." So I gave him the rest of my samples. I said, "Take these to your job and put them in the break room. And if people like them, let me know, and then I'll find out how to get you some more." Because I had thanked Tony for the samples, but I never said, you know, how do I get some more of this or whatever, because I was just grateful to have it, but it wasn't a matter of me trying to figure out how to get more. So my husband called me back. He said, "Look, those samples got gone." I said, "What happened?" He said, "I put them in the break room. We give away free coffee in the break room. There's always coffee brewing. But someone came in, and they drank up the samples that were in there." So I, in turn, contact Tony and said, "Okay, I need a flyer or something to let these people know how to get some more of this." And it was just from the standpoint of me, because it wasn't from my standpoint of, you know, how do I make money from this, because that is not my motivating factor. My motivating factor at this point is I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I have a testimony. I try to tell other people about cancer awareness, about the goodness of God, and just it's about me, about paying it forward and sharing with others. So that was my mission, was just to try to figure out how can I get this message out to other people. I wasn't thinking about how it could benefit me. It could benefit me, that's great, but that's not my motivating factor. I just want to share a good word is all. So I appreciate you for letting me share that with you and others. Oh, no problem. Thank you.
See you in the
Sherry, we definitely appreciate your story and your heart here on OG Radio, and people need to hear that this is real. And Tony, man, those are tears of joy, and I know how you feel because I'm like that myself. You know, I had a chance to actually go with many of the other leaders. With several of the other leaders. We flew out to China a little over a year and a half ago, and we had a chance to get up close and personal with this product. When we went there, we thought it was all about the coffee and all about the money that was going to be made. Yes, you got to have money to survive. You got to pay your bills, and you know, all of that stuff is great. But I would rather have health than money any day, because if I got my health, I can always get some money. And so money can't buy health, and that's the thing that we definitely learned here. But the thing that I saw in China, I tell people, I'm saying right now, and I'm telling the OG world, you all have no clue. It's all exciting about the coffee, but you have no clue. If it wasn't for the Ganoderma, the coffee would be doing what it's doing. So it's not the coffee, it's what's in the coffee that's making the difference that Bernie Chu and Shane Moran has been able to go out there and do with our particular blend of coffee. We have some of the best Ganoderma in the world, bar none, and that's why we're changing lives like we have. And so we definitely appreciate the two of you all coming on to OG Radio and sharing your story and your heart, because people want to know. This is the biggest question here, and we're going to keep the ball rolling. Thanks again for being on the call. But I can tell you, people want to know, is this real? Is it true? You know, you can't, what Tony is feeling right now, what they're feeling right now, you can't fake that. And that's the thing about it. I'm telling you, I would have as many people. That's why I always text this call out. I want to make sure that people know. You hear from not just some leaders in the room who have some sort of incentive to go out there and just get people on the phone and tell the stories. No, these are live people with their own story, and you can't beat them nowhere in the world other than right here on OG Radio. And so we're real proud of what's taking place.